Just want to hop on and do a video about the product in Barrie priced at $1 million and over. We just did yesterday a breakdown of the market for March, and I'm not surprised at the number of listings in that range from $1 million, excuse me, and above. Currently, there's 131 listings. Last month, in the month of March, and I know I just forgot the number, I think there was like 18 or 19 sales that sold from $1 million and above. It only accounted for 20% of the inventory sold in that range. It has the highest amount of product currently on the market today. And I'm noticing a lot of long days on market, 60, 90, 120 with multiple price changes. I went through the active listings now, and there's currently 12 price changes currently in that range. And yesterday I checked, there was about 9 conditionally sold. So I want to go through some of those conditionally sold because I want to show and see if there was any change in prices along the way. And I can't stress enough to the audience out there that is in this category or is thinking of listing in this range. I'm going to tell you right now, don't look at active listings in this range because it's not a good guide. We are not seeing things sell in that range. You're going to have to dig in deep to the solds. If your property stands out, it's in some kind of a niche area or high demand area, yeah, push it, see what happens. But that's a rare case. We have to understand that the average person today can't just qualify for $1 million and over. It's just pushed people down in that range, and it's tough for people to qualify. And we're seeing it. We're seeing it in the market. And I'm still continuing to see listings come on the board, 1.3, 1.4. And I go, what are you doing? It doesn't make any sense, especially when I saw something sell on the street or 2 or 3 streets over at $1.1 million, and we're listing the other one's at $1.4 million. So look at the one that was at $1.4 million, maybe sold for $1.1 million. Go back and get your agent to show you exactly why did it take so long? This isn't a hard thing to figure out. Got to go on solds. You got to make sure that you stand out from the crowd of the product available because there's so much of it. So this one's on the Queensway. It's a bit. I like the area. It's in a shore area. It's a busy street, in my mind. I'm not going to go through pictures, but there's a few points I want to go on this. So look at this: 161 days on market. That's a long, long time. Like, that's insane amount of time. That's 4 or 5 months of days on market. 1,079,000 went down to 1,039,000, 2,500 to 3,000 square. They just got a conditional offer, and it's conditional on financing, home inspection, SPP. So to me, this is a no good offer because the buyer that purchases property has to sell their property to firm it up. So it's still available. And what will happen in that case is if someone wanted this property, they come and do an offer, the listing agent has to go back to the buying agent, put them on notice saying, hey, you have 48 hours to, firm up this deal, or we're going to work with this other offer. So that's how that works. But this is normal to see. Let's go see another one. Spencer, 29 days of market, but let's just go. I always go the history first. Okay. So let's just pull the history up before I go any further. So here we go. Okay. This tells a story. So we listed it back on August 21st, 1,150,000. I'm going to add these up for total days of market to give you an idea. So right now we got 15. I'm not going through pictures because that's not the idea of the video. It's more of days on market and what sellers can do if they're thinking of listing in the spring at this range. And you got to look at the solds. I keep preaching it. Look. 15 days on market, 1,150,000. Then we take it down to 1,124,000. That's 38. My math isn't good, so I'm going to use my calculator. So now we're at 53 days on market. I like the area. There's nothing wrong with the area. This looks like it's a nice house. At the end, we'll go through the pictures and we'll maybe see what the inside tells a story. Looking outside looks good. Then they went down to 1,099,000, 52 days on market. Now up to 105 days. Then we went to 1,074,000, 34 days on market. Now we're 139 days on market. Now we're 29 days on market. Went down to 1,064,000, 168. The total days on market. That's a long, long time. So there's two listings we just saw that had triple digits in great areas. Okay, so I think what else I'm going to do too is I'm going to go back to 2022 and pull up some solds in some areas in this higher ranges to see, because this is where people are looking at the 2022 numbers, I believe, and thinking, well, if they sold this back then, that market doesn't exist anymore. It's not coming back until we see some rates. Once we see rates decrease and not one little point, maybe 1.5%, 2%, you'll start seeing people's affordability opening up a little bit. And then there'll be more demand for these higher priced properties. But right now, they're not. It's okay. It's pretty boring, to be honest. I don't love how this ceramic flooring is throughout. A lot of people wouldn't like that either. It's going into the living area. I like the area. I think the home's a little dated in a lot of areas. That's one reason for sure. But the market is going to decide what it's going to give you. And if people are thinking of listing, just don't look at your neighbors, as I can say. Go to the data. What I'm doing, I'm showing you right now how to get this information. It's very easy. So there's a few things why it hasn't sold. Yeah, there's a pool in the backyard, but it's all pool. Not a lot of room back there. Great street. Okay, we've seen two. Let's go back and see some other ones. Oh, I want to go back. Okay, we got Spencer, we got Taylor. Oh, this one, yeah, okay, this one's, yeah, I like this house. I've talked about it many times. Okay, but it's telling me the same story. Okay, so we got number 3 now. We listed it back in May for 1.4, we'll call it. We're going to do the same exercise so everyone understands what I'm trying to show them. 24 days on market. We'll look at the pictures at the end because it is a nice looking property. Another 24 days on market, same price. 48 days. Then we went to $1,099,000 for 68 days. We're at 116 days. Okay. No, okay. I thought they're maybe going to hold off on offers, but no, they weren't when they dropped the price. And they went to $1,070,000 and got an offer. Let's take a look at it. 133 days on market. It's 4 months, folks. Okay, great street. This is one of my favorite areas in the community. Taylor, it's 20 plus years old. Lots of walking trails, great school in there. Mainly single detached homes, priced 8 and above. Nice parks. Great area. They've done an extensive amount of work in this house. And I want to show it because I give them credits for what they've done because they've done a bang up job on presentation and upgrades. Like, I think someone who bought that house, we won't see the price on it until it firms up, but I think they got it for an okay price. But there you go. As beautiful as this home was and how much work that the sellers have put into upgrades on it. And they bought this back years ago for 200 and change. They did a major facelift along the way, but definitely a stunner in my books and in every room. Floor, kitchen, lighting, staircase, like presentation, I give them 10 out of 10. Great job. I love the home. I love what they've done to it. But there goes to show you that, they put a ton of money into this home and they were expecting that much more and the market didn't give it. So just keep that in mind. Everyone's not looking for this. And some people get into the idea that, okay, I'm going to, do a complete renovation and I'm going to make $300,000 or $400,000 on this reno. And I'm sure these people thought the same thing, and it didn't happen. Like, I love the home. The detail. At the end, it was 133 days on the market with several price changes. Like, it's fully finished. Let's go to, I just want to see what on the offer what conditions were. It doesn't say, it just says April 8th. So a long time. What else do I want to show you on that? Just go back to the history. Oops. Oh no, I know what I want to show you. So let's just history. I'll show you when they bought it. They bought it back in 2006 for $260,000. I'll tell you right now, it didn't look like that. They did complete windows paint, the exterior brick. That's what it looked like. Like, man, they've done a bang up job. Wow. Kudos to you folks. Looks great. Okay, so now we're 3 for 3 in triple digits. Let's go back. Sovereign's Gate. Yeah, let's go Sovereign's Gate. We won't do every one. I think you get the idea where I'm going with this. And the main idea is just to really show you the length of days on market. So $1,080,000. Let's pull up history. They bought it in 2021 for $880,000. The peak wasn't then; it was the following year. But they spent some money, and let's just double check. 20 days in market, 4 bedrooms up, 2 down, 3,000 square feet to 3,500. Let's see. It's a big home. For the size, I don't think it's badly priced. Okay. Where we've seen some other ones starting at 1.1, 1.2. I think their starting price is okay. Yeah, it needs a bit of updating. But this is a big home too, so we need to take that into account as well. Right now, I don't think the price is bad, but I can tell you now, 20 days on market, it's going to take more than 20 days on market to sell this house. And every one of these areas I've gone through is mainly the southeast area in Innisfil. It's a big monster home. Okay, what else I want to go through? I want to go, I know what I want to do. Let's go back. Let's go over to see some solds now for March. And then I'm going to go back and we'll look at the solds in 2022, same time. We're going to see a lot different. You're mainly going to see the same things. I'm just going to go right to the end here. Let's go Crimson Ridge, great street, but let's just pull it up. 18 days in market, listed $1,049,000. I don't think that was relisted before. No. I love the street. You should live on the street. Right down, let me just kind of the map here. Down here, further road in Crimson, just near the end, there's some stairs going down to a nice sandy beach, and there's the water. You're really close. Schools just, well, I really can't. It's over in this area here, Algonquin Ridge, great school. Mainly detached properties. This shows okay. This is a decent sized home, and you kind of see they started at the right price. So I'm glad I pulled this one up to show that we didn't start it at 1.2 and took 4 months before we realized that, we're overpriced. And there's a few things is it the agents that are suggesting these high prices, or is it the sellers? I don't know. I'm a type of person that I have no problem communicating something that may be difficult to communicate and say, hey, I know you want 1.2, but here's where it's going to be probably, and show it and back that information up instead of giving false hope to a seller saying, oh yeah, I'll get that. That's a good price. Yeah, everything else is listed in the area, the same old story. But you know what? That story kind of wears off over time, and frustration with a seller ends up happening, and then ends up, terminate the contract, or when it comes up for, renewal, in a sense, they say, you know what, we're done with this agent. I think you got to be upfront with people today, whether they want to hear the truth. I think they need to know the truth of what's going on in the market. And I had a call a couple of weeks ago about a listing that expired. I won't say the street. They wanted $1,450,000 for it. They built the home. To them, it has a lot of sentimental value. They feel it's worth that. And I politely said, you know what? It's not worth that. I said, in this type of market, you're going to struggle. You've already tried it for 4 or 5 months, and you've said you've had 7 showings and nothing's happened. The market hasn't changed just because we're in a new year. We're still in the same climate we were last year. I think there is better sentiment with, the pausing on the rates. I'm kind of concerned about the inflation going up a bit more with the increase in gas, and maybe people tightening their belts more. But we know there's going to be some rate decreases in 2024, definitely in 2025. So back to that story, that client was that, they weren't in a rush to sell. So I said, you know what? Why don't you wait till next year? I'll keep you updated on the market. That's not a problem. But I think you're wasting your time at that price. If that price is written in stone, don't list it, because you're not going to get that price point. But right price, right sale price. Let's go find another one. All right, let's see what this one is. Black hash. Oh, surprise. 137 days on market, listed at $1,099,000. Started off, but let's just pull the history up too. Okay, this is a good one to go through. This is a really good one to go through. Okay, so they bought this. They was listed at $1,099,000. They sold for $1,300,000. Right at the peak, right after the kids went back to school in 2022 in the March break, and this was sold on 31st of March. Market was started on its way down. 3 days in the market. Great area over there in Pennville, Art of Bluffs area, Southwest Barrie, dynamite area, a lot of detached properties, great schools within walking distance, quick access to 400, but that's what they paid for it. Let's go back to the history. And then they listed it for $1,299,000 in August. 38 days on market. So this one's going to be a little bit longer, but this is a good one. I kind of wanted to pop up here. This is normal. Okay, see what happens when you don't price things for the market? It sits. 83 days in the market, $1,149,000. 137 days on the market. Total combined days in the market, 220 days. And it sold for $1,050,000. They lost a ton of money. A ton. But that's kind of what happened. These properties came down 30% off the bat. They sure haven't gone up 30% in the last 2 years, I'll tell you that. I think they've been flat or just even hanging down. We study it, but we don't, really dig deep in it until, we're putting offers on it. And I tell you, we don't have a lot of clients right now that are buying, these big 2 stories priced over $1 million. So there you go. Let's take a quick look at it anyway. Great area. It's all brick. It's a big home. Nice pool in the backyard. And for whatever reason, maybe they just moved back to the city. I don't know. It's a big home. It shows okay, but people that have bought those back in the peak, I tell you, in these high ranges, you got to sit still. You're going to lose your shirt. And here's a prime example. And I've sold a couple last year in these high ranges where people have lost a lot of money. And I know there's a lot of people hurting up there from these variable mortgages and these high rates. But nice home, but it's too bad for the seller. Let's find one more, and then we'll go to 22 pricing. But we just saw one right there. Let's go here. Ferndale to Arda to Kierland, nice streets, close to schools, walking distance to high schools, elementary schools. 6 days in the market, but let's just double check that beforehand. No, hasn't been listed before. They got $1,060,000 for it, 92% sale price to list price, 6 days in the market, 4-bedroom, 2,500 to 3,000 square feet. But even here, I mean, you know, $1,149,000 coming down 8%, but you know, just they took it. They didn't waste time. And I think, again, when I see a price, you know, is it a good deal? It's what the market's willing to take right now and give. You know, people got a great area for sure. You know, but that's what it's worth. I don't love the kitchen. It's small for this style of home. The presentation's great. We will see some, you know, price appreciation on these when rates come down, as I mentioned. Let's jump over to 2022 just to, you know, show you some things from that time frame. We'll just use the same month, but we'll just go back 2 years. And right in this range, things started to come down. I don't want that. I want. Let's go. There we go. And we will put sold price. Let's go back. Okay. I want to show the prices back then on these big 2 stories. We're going to see lots of them. Sorry about that. Let's go this way. I don't know why this is doing this. Doesn't make any sense. I'll do something else. It's not giving me the data that I'm looking for, and then I'll waste your time doing it. We'll try it one more time, because I think it's worthwhile to see this. It's in the condo section. Okay, let's just go. God. Now I'm locked. Here we go. We're going to go unavailable. I think it's worthwhile to see the pricing back then. I don't know why it's doing it. It won't give me the numbers. Let's just see. Let's go to the last page here and see if it shows it. Yeah, it's not going to give me, it won't give me the numbers. Anyway, I apologize for that, but I'll talk about it for a couple seconds. But anyway, in those ranges, we've seen a lot of those, you know, big 2 stories, 3,500 square feet that we've kind of gone through, selling from 1.3, 1.4 was normal. Okay, they were a real hot commodity back then. And again, as rates impacted the real estate markets, the uncertainty impacted the real estate market, and people not being able to qualify impacted this real estate market to a high degree. And these higher ranges are continuing to be impacted. On our video yesterday, we talked about the $800,000 to $900,000 range. About 50% of the inventory is selling, which is pretty decently. From $9 to $1 million, 65% of the inventory is selling. So not bad. As soon as we go up that over $1 million, it's 19%. So thinking of selling, just make sure you're priced properly and dig into the solds. Don't look at the active listings. Don't look at what's listed in your area. If you do, go back and look at days on market. It tells a story. Look at the price changes. If anyone has any questions, give me a call. Hit the like button, subscribe for more information on the Barrie real estate market. We'll talk soon.